You know how I view it? I've said this before, how I've thought that Saul was demon possessed. And that's part of how you have to look at the things going on right now. Part of it is people are being, everything is demonically charged. The spiritual veil is being lifted. Anybody in denial of that, with all these freaks going around, anybody in denial of that is really just completely blind. Don't you see the stuff going on? Don't you get it? But anyway, notice the difference. Saul isn't his enemy. If he was his enemy, David could just, he's done. As he was taking a dump in the cave, could have just, you're done. Now I'm king. No, he didn't do that. I think God was really testing David and trying to, it's like David was trying to defuse a bomb. That's what Saul was. It's a freaking bomb. Tick tock, tick tock. David didn't want to be around when he went off. Because I think he was demon possessed, really. Because the way his mood changes when you go back there into Samuel, how Saul, his mood changes whenever David comes around. David comes around the corner and says, "Oh, is that you, David, my son? I don't know why I was after you trying to kill you. I really don't understand my motivations in that. David, I love you. Hey, David, how's it going? David!" And then he immediately stops. He's like, "Why was I trying to kill him? Abner, son of Ner, why was I trying to kill David? I don't get it. What were we doing here?" Abner responds, he's like, "I don't know either, Saul, my king. I don't get it. Why were you trying to do that? I don't know. I don't get it. David is such a nice guy. I really miss his singing. This is really good. All right, let's go home. See you, David." Because he was demon possessed, and the demon is, "We must kill David." That's what's controlling him. That motivation of this demon. But then when he hears David speaking, he's like, the demon recoils at the words coming out of David's mouth of just love and kindness and respect and honor and humbleness and meekness, and he's great, he's David. And it's God coming out of his mouth. And the demon hears that, and it goes away then. But then it comes back, and he goes to the witch of Endor, and then he ends up committing suicide and all that, and he dies. Sad. But the demon-possessed guy, or the guy oppressing you at work, let's say the guy that I was talking about last time, "No, I'm saying," that guy, he's probably, well, he didn't seem that bad. Could come up with a better example. Some guy that hates you for no reason. Maybe he's demon-possessed. Or maybe demon-oppressed. I don't know. But is he your enemy? If he's pointing the gun at you and he's shooting at you, I think he qualifies as an enemy. But the guy who's just, "Hey, twerp, hey, you stink," and he's just constantly barraging you with insults, and maybe he dumps garbage on your car or something, or does things that inconvenience you for no reason, Is he really your enemy? Is he shooting at you with a gun or something like that? Or is he just harassing you for no reason, I'd say that's the difference in the two people. I don't think I'm called to just shoot the demon-possessed person immediately. I think there has to be some attempt to, like how David tried. I mean, he went to his wit's end to try and get Saul to come back. That was God trying to get Saul to wake up. Saul could have just knelt to God and said, "All right, God, I'm done. I know I can't rule this kingdom. I suck at ruling. Just hand it over to David, but please have mercy on me." And God would have had mercy on him. Saul probably could have probably lived in the palace the rest of his days. I retire. He could have just retired, and then he could have lived happily ever after with David, and he could have enjoyed the kingdom. And all he would have had to do was just hand it over to David, and it would have been no problem. He could have maybe lived in exile in some chateau on the island of Chablis, I don't know. If he would have just submitted and instead he allowed himself to be transformed by evil, really. All right.